Greetings and welcome to this week's edition of One Big Thing. Kurt Goulding here, and today's One Big Thing is Sri Lanka. What? Why is Sri Lanka something of importance? Isn't it just a little island off the coast of India somewhere? Why is that important? Well, the country's bankrupt right now and in total chaos. The president, the prime minister, they've all resigned and they're in hiding on a boat someplace. So these clowns fully embrace this great green agenda and diversity, inclusion, and equity. Yeah, it's all about participation trophies rather than great education, creating great opportunities for great people to emerge and seek their level of excellence. No, we want mediocrity. So anyway, that's another story for another day. Yeah, so they've grabbed and yeah, guess what? They're literally dying there. So what happened to create this chaos? Well, one of the things that started out was they said, well, look, let's focus on domestic projects. Yes, we're going to just do all this stuff. We're going to spend, and we're going to spend some more. That's this new monetary theory. So they started focusing on these domestic projects and they ignored growing their exports, which, oh yeah, that generates foreign currency so that you can go out and buy stuff and bring it in that you need to complement your limited domestic production. Oh, goodness sakes, we forgot about that. So they went to China and said, oh, Mr. China, please, give us billions of dollars for all these wonderful projects we're going to do. And guess what? Chairman Xi said, you betcha, we'll do that. Now, here's a country of only 23 million people, and they owe China $6.8 billion. And they have completely defaulted on all of their domestic debt, all of their debt as it comes in. They got no foreign currencies to pay anything. Oh, yeah. And in this, as they went, they said, you know, we love this green agenda. So guess what? No chemical fertilizers, no insecticides. So we're going to be all organic here. Okay, that's fine. That's a great niche market, and there's a lot of people that really desire things like that. But this is an emerging economy, and they got not real high income folks. And so guess what? No fertilizers, no yields. Yields dropped 75%. In some instances. So they went from a net exporter of food. They exported things like rice, coconuts, plantains, tea, and cassava to only exporting, whining, and begging for aid. Oh, please, India, please, Russia, please, China, give us stuff. They have virtually no fuel. They do have some hydropower, so they have minimal electricity, but it's a mess. So why are we talking about this? Well, the lefties in the US and in other countries, yeah, this is what they want. This is what they want. New monetary theory. Just spend and spend and spend and don't worry about servicing the debt. Just issue more debt instruments. And then, yes, we have to have the green agenda. We can't have anything to do with carbon fuels. Well, guess what? Did you realize that carbon fuels are actually quite green? Because we continue, it's plants and animals that have decayed, and we continue to produce it. It's being manufactured. God's busy squeezing in and creating more crude oil. Oh, amazing. Imagine that. So, and through this whole green agenda, there's been no thought process about how are we going to produce plastics. There's over 6,000 products created from crude oil. And how are we going to replace these things? We don't have any infrastructure in place or adequate supplies. You know, we need to be living in a world that says yes and, not either or. Let the marketplace allocate resources where they generate the greatest return, not on some wacko's personal agenda. That literally kills people. It's the poor that suffer the most with these agendas. And we in the U.S., we're hurting the lower income people with our stupidity. And nobody's saying anything. It's nuts. There's no scientific or economic data to back up the claims of some of these extremists. So look, we've got to be prepared. We've got to stand firm. Hey, look at Europe and what they've gone through or going through on being all in on green energy and trusting the Ruskies to supply them. Ooh. Anyway, yeah. There happened to be a USDA report that came out that said, well, we're going to have a little more corn, a little bit more soybean carryout. No big deal. It's all about the economy right now. So, hey, until next time, have a ball trading.